Why, hi there. It's you again, and it's me again as well. Well, aren't we lucky to meet here in Mathland? For Mission 5, Lesson 3, where our student objective is to decompose non-unit fractions and represent them as a whole number times a unit fraction using tape diagrams. I know that can sound very overwhelming and confusing, and you might say, wait, what? It's not as complicated as it sounds, and we're going to take a look at that right now and break it down. I'm just going to try to break it down pretty simple for you what the expectation is. So let's take a look. We're going to start by looking at an addition problem. And you're like, an addition problem, just regular addition problem? Yes, sir, that's what we're going to look at. Or, excuse me, yes, sir, or miss, ma'am. That's what we're going to look at. So let's say I had 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Now, 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 2, 4, 6, 8. Equals 8, right? So this is a repeated addition sentence, okay? How could we rewrite that? How could we rewrite that as a multiplication sentence? Instead of going 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is the same as saying 2 times what? Well, it's the same as saying 2 times 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 times 4 equals 8. That's what multiplication is, right? It's another way. It's basically repeated addition. These are two ways of saying and doing the same thing. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, yeah, is the same as 2 times 4. Why am I talking about this and not fractions? Because it's the same with fractions. So let's take a look then here. We do another one, but now let's look at it as a fraction. So let's say we're given 3/4. Okay. And first, let's write it as a sum of unit fractions, because this is what's going to have you do in the lessons. It's going to say 3/4 is equal to 1/4. Oh, didn't want to do that. 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. Now, this is true, right? 3/4 equals 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. Then it's going to want us to say, hey, well, how would you say that in a multiplication problem? So it's going to want to say 3/4 equals what times 1/4. So instead of going 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4, we just want to rewrite it as a multiplication problem. So how many 1/4 did we have? 1, 2, 3. So instead of going 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4, we can say 3 times 1/4. That's how we'd write it as a multiplication problem. Okay? Just like without fractions, when the repeated addition, it's just very similar here. All right? So if we take a look at, let's take a look at one more just so we're clear. So again, let's say we had 6/8. And first we're going to write it as a repeated addition since sum of unit fractions. 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8. How many are we going to need? Yep, we're going to need 6. 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8, right? Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 is equal to 6/8. Now, again, the focus on today is then taking that repeated addition sentence, that sum of unit fractions, and rewriting it as a multiplication problem. So instead of saying 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8, we want to say 6/8 equals what times 1/8? Well, how many 1/8 did we have? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6/8 equals how many again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 1/8. Okay, again, these mean the same thing, and we get the same answer, 6/8. Okay, that's what you're working on in this lesson today. You're taking these repeated sum of unit fractions, and you're just going to convert that into a multiplication sentence like this. Pretty straightforward. Like I said, it sounded a lot more complicated from the student objective than it actually ends up being. But if you do get confused along the way, please ask for help so we can get you straightened out. And I wish you good luck.